Good morning, welcome to Studio 5. Sometimes the most powerful trap to get caught in is your own belief things. Sometimes you think things one way and it's not really how it is. We're all going to hang on to these ideas or ways of thinking, and in reality, those are what might be holding us down.
So what if you could shake loose from your own rules and simplify? Relationship coach Matt Townsend has identified 5 things every woman should just let go of. Hey, Maddie.
We need to shake it.
Shake it away. And these are things that everyone can these are goodbyes everyone can make. But why do you find women in particular have a hard time letting go of their ideas?
Women just have, I think they're just really smart. And I think they hold on to thoughts a lot deeper than men do. Men, I think we just kind of move thoughts in and out, you know, but I mean, but like, women make a shelf.
Span.
That's exactly. Yeah. They have a place for it. It's a knick-knack shelf. And so we've got to get rid of some of these ideas, because these ideas keep us entrenched. And the last thing a lady needs to be is entrenched.
Although, as I was reading some of these ahead of time, I think men, this applies totally. I could see you or me getting sucked into some of this stuff.
Well, more you, sure.
Yeah, obviously. I'm raising my hand
because I know they are. But there's 5 of them. Let's go through them, okay? And I want you to be thinking, do you have this one, okay? Because then we're going to laugh at you.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Well, that's comforting.
These are all beliefs and thoughts that we need to get rid of. The first one is you got to let go of the belief that you can have everything. Blow that idea straight up. Now, as a guy that's supposedly a big motivational guy, you got to, that's a bunch of bull. Because you can't have everything. There's not enough time to have everything in life. You can have 100% of the first top 3 things in your life. You can't have everything. So you got to know clearly what are those top 3 things. And if you know what those top 3 things are, I guarantee you can have those. If you want them, they're there. If you want a career and a family, you can have them if those are your top 2. But you can't have 1 through 50.
You can't have a clean house, perfect laundry, maybe some of those things.
Exactly. So you got to start choosing. So I want us to seriously get off the idea that you can have everything in your life and start just choosing what are the most important things I got to have, I must have, I want to have, and then let's just go get the top 3.
Well, this gets at, there was a study last week, I did a story on it for the KSL News at 5 about how Supermom, the Supermom identity, is making women more stressed and more unhappy.
Neurotic. Can't stand it.
He said it, not me.
But it really is, I mean, because think of that idea. If you think you can have everything, then you have the skill set to go after a lot of it, you're going to kill yourself. So let's, instead of trying to do more, let's just blow up and say, I'm not going to have everything, but I am going to have these 3 things. So an assignment out there is to go out there and identify what are the top 3 things you must have. Okay? That's the first myth. Kaboom! Did you hear it?
I heard
Blew it right up
there.
Second one is to let go of your need to have things done your way.
Oh, yeah.
This is big.
This is totally
a huge deal
right here.
If you want everyone else to help, and we all have to help your way, it's not going to work. So you got to decide, do I want it done my way, or do I want help? Because the reality is there's not a husband on earth that will ever clean the way you clean. There's not a child on earth that's going to ever do the dishes the way you would do the dishes. You can keep trying to get them to do the dishes, but if they're always wrong and stupid and inept, they're not going to want to do it. And they're smart enough to know, just play wrong, stupid, and inept. Because once you play that, you're not going to have it. You're going to step in and do it for us.
So how do you let go of that idea? How do you let go when the dishes have maybe dried food still stuck to them?
What is wrong with a little crouton stuck to a plate for a week? What's wrong with that? How you let go of it is you just got to decide.
You know, there are women cringing out right now. You're watching that.
Scrape. The thing is, I guess part of it is what matters most to you. Does what matter most is that your kids are helping, or is it that it's perfect? And this goes back to our whole discussion on perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect. At first, let's just get them helping. I'd get them really doing whatever they want to do, even if there's croutons stuck to the plate. Let them be stuck for a year. Then worry about correcting that. But get them used to helping, because there's so many women that they have to do it all themselves, and they wonder why no one helps. And part of it's because we can never do it right. So if I can't do it right, why would I want to keep doing something I don't do right, or that you're going to fix anyway?
Well, and I'm guilty. I'm so guilty of the phrase, it's just easier to do it myself.
It is.
Because of that very reason. You know it's going to get done the way you want it to get done.
So just make a decision. If you want to do everything by yourself, then just do it your way. And we're all fine with that. But if you want our involvement, at first, here's the rule. If you tell me how to do it, then you're responsible for everything. Part of this is about control. So if you really want people to be part of it, then just tell us what you would like it to look like. Guys, when we do the dishes, I'd like it clean without croutons. Okay, that's what I want. However you want to do it is fine. If you want to take all night, and if you want to scrape with a knife, whatever. But this is all I want. Tell them the end that you want.
You set the standard.
But don't tell them the means. It has to be done this way.
Right.
You must do this and do it this way.
So it goes back to the first three. If cleaning dishes without croutons is one of your top three things, then spend the extra time. But if it's not one of the top things you have to have, see, then
it never is.
Let it go.
And let it go. And then, by the way, let it go enough so that they're doing it. And once they're doing it, we can correct them down the road.
Right.
But don't correct them for years. Okay?
Okay, this next one is really good. Let go of the belief that others don't help because they don't care.
If they cared, they would help. They hate me. They don't hate you, okay? They're just husbands. And they don't notice it. And honestly, they're not helping because they're okay with the junk.
We're okay with the crouton stuck on the plate.
Well,
we'll eat around it.
Hey, we were going to eat it last week. We can eat it this week.
Yeah.
It's the same crouton.
It's dried bread. It's still dried
It's
a week
dried
later,
bread.
you know?
So don't automatically assume we don't care, because the minute you start treating us like we don't care, that's why we don't help, that kind of hurts us. Like, really? You think we don't care?
I think sometimes that lets us not care even more. We sort of check out.
You don't think I care? I'm not going to care.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we get in this weird battle. Why don't we just choose one of the other million reasons why they're not helping? How about because they're lazy? How about because they don't pay attention? How about because they don't even know there's a problem? How about because no one ever asked? There's a million other reasons why they're not helping other than a care issue. A lot of times I think women tend to make it about them not caring. And I think the problem with that is that makes you mad. That makes you sad.
I was going to say, okay, it hurts the guy's feelings, but really you build that up in your head.
You start thinking no one cares.
Yeah.
Now you live in a home with uncaring, evil people. And you're supposed to live with these people? It's a horrible, ugly thing.
Yes.
Fourth one, let go of the thought that saying no to others makes you selfish and uncaring. There's a lot of people that can't say no. They can't say no. And think of it, if we had more people out there saying no, we'd probably have fewer people in debt. We'd have fewer people that are overweight or obese. We'd have fewer people living unhealthy lives. We just don't know how to, we don't like the word no. But you know what? I think we need to hear more no's. I think our kids need more no's. Maybe the moment that you can turn your child down when you go to the store and they really want this game or this toy, and they beg you and they beg you and they beg you. By not saying no to them because you don't want to be a bad mother, what you've done is you've lost an opportunity to teach them how to do something else, like how to earn it, how to grow it. So don't see no as an end.
No isn't a negative.
No is the beginning of how we're going to teach him another lesson.
Okay, one more quick rule for us.
Let go of the Joneses. Quit trying to keep up with the Joneses and everyone else out there that you're trying to keep up with. The Joneses are idiots. I don't know if you know them, but they're not worth following. And as a guy that sits there every day with people who are trying to keep up with people, everyone is in a deficit. Nobody has the everything. So if you keep trying to keep up with the Joneses, then it's usually, we don't want what the Joneses have usually, we just want more. It's not about just keeping up with them. We want to be with them and then have a little more. And the reality of it is the Joneses aren't worth following. Just keep up with your family. Keep up with your goals. Keep up with your top three. Make it about you guys, not everyone else. We just went boating with a bunch of people with boats, and every one of them spent more money than we did on this boating trip. And they all took home broken things that I broke. And the reality is, go home, Joneses. Take your toys, the things I broke, and I'm going to save money.
Good
Everyone
advice.
gets their own top three. By the way, heard a wild rumor you're giving away a date night or something?
Yes. Okay, so here's the deal. If you go look me up on Facebook and become my friend and like me.
He needs friends.
We're doing drawings on my Facebook for free date nights. This date night coming up, it's like on the 14th or something. No, 23rd, is a date night about emotional intelligence. How do you grow your partner's relational skills? So if you have a partner that lacks skills, go to my Facebook page, do a little likey. All the people that like us, out of those, we're going to do drawings and start giving away date nights.
Okay.
Get on there. Thanks, kids. Love
Very
you.
fun.
Stopping in.
Appreciate you.
Okay, coming up on Studio 5, we're actually going to be talking about a topic that links into that idea. Date night, but on the teenage level.
Oh.
In fact, look at this.
Did you see that?
We just rolled in here.
Ooh, a bun
I
truck.
think I just got asked to homecoming, guys. By Jen. That's scary. Can I haul your buns to the homecoming dance?
Romantic.
Is that romantic? Does that get an A from the dating coach?
I love buns.
We're talking about creative ways to ask to the dance. Of course, it's a new season of Teenage Dance Date, so we'll have ideas like this and even more. Some you shared and some we found coming up.
That's coming up. But first, before we get to that, put breakfast in your kids' fists as they head out the door. Becky Lowe has got some great ideas to get your kids ready and armed, including a cupcake omelet, next on Studio 5.